do it. So the first challenge that you guys have is the distance drive challenge, and you guys are going to complete this challenge over here. So the distance drive challenge has you guys program the VR robot to drive forward 3 grid squares. And to get to the challenge, you're going to go to the following website over here. You're going to click on this, which will take you to this website. Now, when you get to this website, the first thing that you guys are going to do is you're going to name it. So this is level 1 distance drive challenge. So you guys are going to, at the top over here, say distance, and we're going to click, and then distance drive challenge. Level 1. So you're going to rename that. So that way, when you are done and you save your code over here to your device, you're going to be able to have this and pull it back up whenever you need. So the second thing you're going to do now that you have all of your space over here is you're going to click on this button over here, which is the code viewer, which is a read-only version of your code. You can't actually type anything here, but you're going to be able to see over here, this is your block coding, and this is the Python code that happens as you drag and drop stuff. So for your first challenge, you guys are going to be programming it to drive forward 3 grid squares. Now, I'm not going to tell you guys how to successfully do that, but what I will say is all you need are commands that are in blue over here, the drivetrain command. So you're going to be able to drag and drop blocks over here. And when you drag and drop these blocks, you can open up the playgrounds. You can open up the grid map over here, which is the playground you guys are going to be using. And you can go click over here to get into your 360 view. And what you'll be able to do is you'll then be able to hit play and see what happens with your virtual reality robot. And your goal is to make this robot drive forward 3 squares. You can kind of see with your challenges over here, a little mini map of what you need to do. That's level 1. This is level 2. It tells you what to do here. This is level 3. It tells you what to do over here as well. And you guys are going to be following the steps in step number 4 over here, where you are going to, once you've successfully done this, you're going to take a screen clip of your code, including both the scratch blocks and Python. So let's assume that this was correct. What you would do is you take a screenshot of all of this, your whole screen. And if you needed to, you could take 2 screenshots and insert it, but you're going to insert that over here. So for me, I'm going to take the screenshot. Let's pretend that I finished. Then I would insert that screenshot over here and just shrink it down to appropriate size. Maybe drag this back over here. So then after putting that screenshot in, what I'm going to do is I'm going to reflect, explain my code. So what was the coding challenge that I had to complete? Well, this challenge was to, it says it right over here. So that's, you're just echoing it so that it starts helping you understand what you're doing. Then explain how your code was able to complete the challenge. So what did you do over here? How did you complete the challenge? Explain what you did. And how should you program the VR robot to move if you want to travel 3 grid squares? So that's the question that you'll see previewed up top that you're trying to answer as you guys learn the code over here. So you're going to put the screenshot in, do the 3 questions, then you guys can move on to the next challenge. And we have a couple of in between where steps 5 and 6 over here, it's going to be talking about the Python code that you have over here to kind of deconstruct and figure out what actually was happening there. So that's the process of what you guys are going to do for all the challenges. I'm not going to tell you how to do all of them. You're going to have to play around with these. The second challenge, program the VR robot to drive forward 6 grid squares, turn around and drive back 6 grid squares. And then the third and last one is program it to drive in a square. So you're going to be able to use only the commands over here, and you're going to be able to do those successfully. And if you're not sure if your code was successful, what you can do is you can call me in, share your screen, have me watch your code, and we'll talk about if it completed the challenge. If you know for a fact that it started here, went around in a square, and finished, then obviously you're good. Your code will show it, and you'll move on to the next step. So that is what you guys are going to be doing for your first coding challenge.